could you maybe tell us something that keeps you awake at night that is a business problem that transcends an economic problem, a social problem, and or an environmental problem?
Well, probably I would say of that ilk, it would be security and privacy concerns, because then you get something that's really at a pivot point of all of those things. And more as we move to the cloud, and our customers move to the cloud, both on the consumer side and on the professional side, let me just say the stakes go up in every sense. They go up for our customers, for us, they go up on privacy, they go up on security. There are a lot of bad guys in the world, it turns out, and they're really quite clever. And in the game of security, it's like physical security. Bad guys only have to be right once, and good guys are supposed to be right all the time, and that presents a sort of a unique set of challenges. And you could say some things are small scale, but not to the person who they affected. They'd be very large scale, whether it be it a business or an individual person. So I'd say that probably, I try to sleep well at night, but I would say that would be the kind of thing that if I felt unable to sleep, my mind could easily wander to. Every one of the problems I see like that, I think of as a software problem. I mean, there are always legislative problems, et cetera, but what's the expression? To a man with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. To a software guy, everything looks like a software problem. We don't have enough security, engineer a solution. You don't have enough privacy, engineer a solution. Some people care less about their privacy. And there are people who would be willing to trade some information about themselves in return for better service, financial gain. Think about the average teenager. Once they're above the age of consent, college student, let's use that as a good example, they may be a little less sensitive about some aspects of their privacy than I would be. In my own case, I hope we will write the tools that make absolutely sure I have absolute privacy. That's my own personal bias. My 18-year-old son, he'd say, I'll trade a few things about myself, Dad, if I get, $5 a month. As he goes to college, I'm afraid what that $5 a month might buy, but it'll all be good in my son's case.
You were mentioning about privacy being a big concern of yours, and good guys and bad guys. How do you see Mark Zuckerberg in that?
Bad guys are bad guys. Okay? They're guys who are really trying to innovate and do interesting things where it's complex, it's hard. Mark is a good guy. Are they struggling with a set of issues? Sure, they're struggling with a set of issues, and you should chat with those guys about that. But the notion that people are trying to do innovative things that do advance the state of the art, both in privacy and in communication, that's kind of the way the system works. And if people don't want to play on their property, they won't play on their property. But when I say bad guys, I mean guys who explicitly, you think you've got to communicate with somebody else on what to do, and a third person comes in and tries to take from you illegally and inappropriately. That's what I mean by